What's going on, LFG fam? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the LFG Podcast, your favorite podcast for anything and everything in pop culture. Two-man episode today. Me and the boy J Mag are gonna hold it down. I don't know when Cody's gonna be back, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know when. He's all good. Everything's good. Just technical issues on his part. But like I said, we're not gonna skip a beat. Me and J Mag will hold it down today. Fun episode planned for you guys. We're going to get you guys caught up on all the latest pop culture news. There is a bunch of stuff to talk about. I mean, there's anime, there's video games, there's Disney, there's Marvel, DC, all types of stuff to get into. So we'll have a ball with that. We got a draft for you guys. I was thinking about how I was going to break this down, but if you want to prepare for it a little bit in your head, you can do that. This is a 2026 box office draft. So we're going to draft according to what we think is going to make us the most money on our team. That's going to be a lot of fun. I got that all planned out, ready to go. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a fun time. And then we're going to get into our movie of the week, the what we watched. Probably the lightest what we watched in the history of LFG. So it's just the movie of the week. But it's a good one. We got Greenland 2. Is it the migration or just migration?
Just migration.
So Greenland 2 migration. We're going to break that down, give you guys our thoughts and review that. But like I said at the top, we're going to get you guys caught up on all the latest news in the world of pop culture.
All right. It's been feels like it's been a minute since I read my own news. Oh my God, here we go. GTA 6 reportedly has Rockstar unsure if they will make November 26th release date. Content in the game is not complete. Developers are still finalizing missions and making cuts for the final game. Rockstar would rather let release date slip than release in an incomplete state. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've said this before. It'd be better, right, to release a complete game, polished game, no bugs, and all that, because I'm going to be pissed if it turns out to be $100 and there's one bug. I've said this before. But at the same time, it's like another delay. Crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. Again, just because of what this is, truly delays do not fucking matter. Like once the game drops, everybody's gonna forget that it took this long to get here, and everyone's just gonna go crazy. But another delay is wild, considering how long this game has been in development. But I will say that content in the game is not complete and developers are still finalizing missions. I feel like finalizing missions is fucking crazy. Like you could have sold me on anything else. We want to make the sky a little bit bluer. There's a bug somewhere in a corner right here. Like go fix all those things. Make the game 100% perfect. But for you guys, it's like for still finalizing missions.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's I don't know. But again, at the end of the day, make the game as best as you can, because if it's not and it took this long to get here, that's even crazier. So
2027 is what it's looking like. So I don't know. They still haven't confirmed if they're going to push this back or not, but that sounds to me like, it's going to get another delay. So 2027 is probably going to be the new year. At this point, don't give us a release date. Just say, you know what, it's delayed until further notice. Once we we said this before, once we know it's done, we will give you a concrete date. We know we're going to stick to that date, and you guys can look forward to that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. PlayStation has patented a new tech called Ghost Player that can allow AI to play games for players who need assistance or stuck in game. Kind of crazy. I'm going to go AFK real quick on Marvel Rivals, man. AI could take it from here. That's wild. Honestly, this is kind of crazy. And I doubt it's going to do that, right? Seems got to be like for single player games, or you know how PlayStation has the hints.
What I was going to ask you.
Yeah, they have the hints and stuff, and you can. That's actually a pretty cool feature, because back in the day they were doing strategy guides and shit. Now they do in-game hints, and you can actually go and see like, I'm stuck. I don't know where to find this puzzle.
Which that is really cool.
That's pretty cool. And it'll show you a video and everything, and like, hey, this is exactly where you go and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think that's kind of where this is leaning to. Like, it's gonna do it for you, that little puzzle piece or whatever. So we'll see. But if this gets evolved into something crazier, like I'm gonna go AFK, I gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go eat, be right back, AI is gonna take over. That'd be kind of crazy. That'd be really crazy. But
that is crazy, because. And again, we're talking about AI. So you know how people get as soon as they hear those two fucking letters together. But there are instances where I can see this being a plus. Kind of leaning into what you were just talking about. Like, if we're in a ranked game, Marvel Rivals is what we play. So we're in Marvel Rivals and our teammate leaves. Obviously, it's not going to be his AI, but if you just throw us in the AI so we can still be competitive, because there's games that we still could have fucking won if we just had that extra body.
No doubt.
You know, so something like that could be cool. The single player aspect, I'm not opposed to that at all, to be honest. Yeah. And the reason being is because you play these newer single player games. Well, I guess it's been a thing too, sort of. But speaking on like Ghost of Tsushima, which is the recent one that I've played, they have the settings to where you can put it on, you know, easy, super easy, medium, difficult, whatever. And people play on those easy settings so that they can just enjoy the story because these video games have great storytelling in them. So like, you know, there's people that play the story for the story and also the challenge, but there's people that just want to play it to experience that story for the first time because video games do tell amazing stories. So I mean, anything that you can do so that people can still, you know, get that full story, I'm not opposed to first.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. And I think, you know, like I said, that's probably going to be what it is, hopefully, at the start off, anyways. So, but I think that's cool. It's going to be obviously wait and see type of thing and see exactly what it is. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
They patented it, so it's theirs.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's kind of crazy too. Crazy news here. Next-gen consoles could be delayed due to RAM shortages. The industry as a whole is concerned about RAM availability and what that is going to mean for mass-producing consoles at a competitive price point. For those of you that don't know yet, RAM is going crazy right now. It's insanely expensive. Cody and Andrea have been talking about it for the past like 2-3 weeks already. And yeah, I guess this is just bleeding over into consoles and might delay some stuff. So crazy.
That is crazy. And it's because, you know, we had that whole thing with the PlayStation and, you know, there being a shortage on that because of that piece that we couldn't get. I mean, if you can't get the RAM for the generation after the generation we're on, like, man, there's no telling the problems that could cause. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. So we'll see. PlayStation 6. I don't even know. I've been hearing some things about Xbox that they might get out of the hardware game. I have no idea if that's true or not. But I don't know. We'll see.
It's crazy.
IMAX has had the best year in its history with a record $1.28 billion at the global box office in 2025. That's a plus 40% from 2024. And this one is kind of surprising. IMAX biggest hits in 2025 were Neza at 167 million, Avatar Fire and Ash at 112 million, F1 the movie at 97.6 million, Demon Slayer at 95.9 million, and Mission Impossible at 75.8 million. Neza just destroyed Avatar Fire and Ash. That's insane. That's insane.
That is crazy. I guess it checks out because of everything that, you know, people have said about Neza, how amazing it looks, the scale of you know, that movie. I'm sure that's a movie you should watch in IMAX 100%. But the same is said with Avatar Fire and Ash. Like, shit, I said it. That, to me, that's the best movie I've ever seen visually. Shit was insane to look at. Damn. Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer. Yeah. That was
I don't think I would have watched that in IMAX over Dolby.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The music, the sound was just phenomenal in Dolby. So
yeah, no, I don't think so.
Maybe we're wrong.
But I mean,
let us know. I don't know.
Yeah,
you've seen it in IMAX. Let us know.
F1 and Mission Impossible can definitely see. You know, obviously bigger screen, all the stunts and everything. It is really cool that they had their biggest year when like we're in a sort of era when movie theater profits are kind of down as a whole. So that's really cool for IMAX. And honestly, I just think 2026 is going to be better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In terms of profit margin, like the movies that we're getting, Doomsday, Supergirl, Odyssey, all that shit, Dune.
Yeah, there's so many movies that deserve to be watched in IMAX in 2026. So yeah, it's gonna be insane.
Crazy,
insane. Sebastian Stan is playing Harvey Dent in The Batman 2. I fully agree. I think that's a W casting. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. He's so good. He's so good. If you haven't seen him in any other things outside of the MCU, suggest that you do. The Apprentice. I think he was nominated for
Yeah, he
his role
was.
in The Apprentice.
Yeah.
I think the movie that he was playing like a killer that was kidnapping a woman. I think it's Fresh. I think it's called. Or remember, he was great. He's a phenomenal actor, man. So I I like the Harvey Dent in the Nolan trilogy, but I think Sebastian Stan is about to pass that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dude, I can see this 1,000. I'm so excited. And then you got him. Scarlett Johansson's on board. Supposedly, the rumor is that he could be playing or she could be playing his wife. The dynamic of them bringing their MCU chemistry over here, man, generational movie incoming.
There you go. BYOB, Bring Your Own Bucket, is coming back to Cinemark January 18th and 19th. So as of seeing this, you guys got plenty of time. People were bringing in file cabinets last time, just insanely large buckets. You can see an ice chest on screen. Whatever you could fill popcorn in, they'll fill it. It was insane last time they did this. So this is pretty cool. And it's backed by popular demand, and all for only $5. Yeah, wow. That's a W.
Yeah, that is a W. AMC, they have this this is unrelated, but they have this popcorn pass thing where I think it's like you pay $30 for the year, and your large popcorns are $5. And so like obviously like someone like you and me, like that's that's fucking worth it. But if you're only going to the movies once a month, maybe not. But this is cool.
Yeah,
this is cool.
Can't wait to see
this last year, and the pictures were crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for the pictures that come out again this year and see what people were bringing in this time. So filing cabinet was insane. A filing cabinet.
That was nuts.
And they filled it. That dude took it to the theater and everything and started eating popcorn from a filing cabinet and watching this movie. So yeah, look forward to that. But yeah, January 18th, 19th. Well, if you hit up your local Cinemark and get some popcorn for only $5, whatever you bring in, they'll fill it. Zoro's One Piece actor McKinyu finished 8th out of 366 in a One Piece card game tournament. He even used a playmat signed by the series creator.
Oh my fucking god!
Oda himself signed his playmat. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he was
blessed by the gods.
Yeah, he was blessed. Yeah, for him to finish 8th though too is insane.
Crazy.
That's it, bro. I'm telling you, these people that are involved in this show love One Piece. He's in the card game and he's good. He's 8th. It's insane, bro. It's insane. So that's a W, but that's a W all around.
I don't know how to play the card game, but I would 100% like watch the YouTube playback of him just in the tournament.
That would be honestly, if that exists, link it down in the comments, please. Somebody, if that's somewhere, I'll try to find it too. But yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Damn.
8th.
He finished in the top 10, bro. That's insane. That
is crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, man.
Season
2 on the way.
Season 2 on the way. Get ready. And some more anime news here. One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto will all be releasing new episodes in 2026. It'll be the first time since 2012 that the big three have aired new episodes in the same year. So, big three's back.
That is nuts.
They're back. It's cool. That is cool.
The Naruto one, I think. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check to see. Obviously, we know what One Piece is coming out. Still, Bleach has got their thing going. I don't know what Naruto is. I was assuming Boruto. So, but is that over? I have no idea. That can't be the same thing though, because that's Boruto, right? He's got to have something.
No, Boruto's not over, so it's not that. I think there was something that I heard about a long time ago where they were like reanimating old episodes to like newer, I don't know, graphics, okay. I guess.
Yeah.
So maybe it's that. I have no idea. So we're gonna put that to the side. One Piece and Bleach. Bleach has been going crazy. This 1,000-year Blood War arc that they're on. I think it's part 4 that's coming out. I can't wait for that. Obviously, One Piece is on their hiatus. They're coming back in April.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be cool to see One Piece going seasonal, how that all turns out. It's just great. The big three still going in 2026. Fucking nuts.
There you go. There you go.
We'll see what that Naruto thing is, but yeah, that's crazy. Anthem's servers are going down on January 12th.
Yeah. Yeah. Good riddance. Messed up my whole EA account when I tried to sign up for that beta. Craziness.
I always forget this is the game.
Yeah. I wanted to play. I wanted to fly around like Iron Man. It looked cool. Didn't work.
And the gameplay that they were showing when they had because they had a little clip, whatever outlet I saw that put this news out. It looks fun.
It looks fun.
That's depressing.
We know it's not because it's been out for years, but it looked fun though. I mean, if nothing else, get in your suit and just fly around, have fun. You know, that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is crazy. Like, just they're done. That's it. Good. Shut them down. And you got 2 days left as of this recording. So,
and there's no offline anything with that game. So it's done. it's over.
Yeah, that's tough.
That is super tough. Anthem. Yeah. The fall, I guess. All right. So we got some ratings here. You know, Stranger Things has been a hot topic on the streets with the finale and everything like that. You know, and it's been compared to Game of Thrones, which we know in the pop culture mythos, terrible last season. So I don't know why they put, you know, these 4 shows together, but we have a graphic of the IMDb ratings for the finales of Breaking Bad, Dark, Stranger Things, and Game of Thrones. Breaking Bad, Felina 9.9. Dark, Das Paradise or Paradise, I don't know.
What is it?
9.6. Stranger Things, The Right Side Up, 7.9. 7.9. And Game of Thrones, The Iron Throne, at a low 4.0.
Damn.
Thoughts, opinions?
Obviously, we know what Breaking Bad is, one of the greatest shows of all time, if not the greatest show of all time in a lot of people's minds. So there you go. Dark, I now that I'm looking it up, I have seen the thumbnails everywhere, and I think I even had it in the queue one time. So 9.6, gotta definitely check that out and see what that's about. I mean, Stranger Things, we obviously have a review on that. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. I'm worse on it than I was in the review, and I am of the opinion, and it's not necessarily for the finale, but the things that they left open in the plot holes. I'm going to go on record now saying that it's worse than Game of Thrones, in my opinion. Like, the amount of plot holes that they left open was insane. And then you get the stupidity of, yet again, just like Benioff and D, 2 motherfuckers that did, you know, Game of Thrones. We got 2 brothers that did this shit here, and they're stupid shit that they're talking. And then we had this whole, even before Conformity Gate was a thing, the shit that they were saying, I had already put me in that mindset that this is worse than Game of Thrones. But then they start doing the Conformity Gate, and I was like, not for that shit whatsoever. I was like, this is just cope. You know, you guys are just trying to figure out something out. And then obviously that never happened. And now people are pushing to this doc. Oh, no, I don't know. The doc might be something. It might be, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street type shit and more cope. And I don't think it's going to happen. But because of all those plot holes and because of these 2 jackasses talking the way they did and answering questions the way they did, to me makes that worse than Game of Thrones. But then obviously we go down to Game of Thrones here, and that final season, people would even argue maybe the last 3, if I remember correctly, we just started to go downhill and it just started to fall apart. Obviously, I agree absolutely, but yeah, it is what it is on that. It's unfortunate they ran out of source material, or in my opinion, that was the source material, and this motherfucker was like, I can't write that, and that's why we haven't gotten the books yet. So, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
Oh man, I mean, yeah. I honestly, because this is putting together a list of finales. I would have to go back and watch the Iron Throne again. Obviously, I know the outcome of everything that happens, and I hated damn near all of it. Fucking Bronn sitting on the throne still to this day. It's like, why? I hated that decision so much. But again, just opinions. It being at a 4.0 though, and for how much shit the Stranger Things finale has gotten to be at a 7.9. When you think about it, these fandoms, especially nowadays, fandoms will push shit up. They'll boost ratings. You know, they'll do a lot of crazy things. It's just kind of crazy to me that even the Game of Thrones fandom couldn't push this shit past like even a 5. Like, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is
kind of wild. So I would have to go back and watch that episode again. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Dark either, but I've heard nothing but phenomenal things. I've actually seen the episode chart of it, and they're all green. Like, it's all nice.
Only 3 seasons, so gotta put that in the queue and gotta get to it. 95 on Rotten Tomatoes right now, so obviously it's great. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. And it's on Netflix, so that's a
yeah, there you go,
easy watch. Play the episodes through, and then Breaking Bad, you don't gotta see on that. It's probably the greatest ending to a TV show I've ever seen. So there's that. But yeah, numbers of finales right there. Thought it was interesting. Stranger Things and Game of Thrones getting the comparisons right now, and there's some numbers for you according to IMDb and their votes. So pretty interesting. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on these numbers that you see for you. So this is pretty cool, to me at least. Jack Black says the biggest role he regrets turning down was Syndrome in The Incredibles. To me, I saw this and I was like, damn, I could kind of see him doing that. He probably would have killed that. But then, along with that, I went to go look up who played Syndrome, and the actor's name is escaping me, but he's fucking what's his face? Mustache. He had the TV show really funny. My Name is Earl. It's My Name is Earl.
Jason Lee? Oh, yeah, it's Alvin. It's Alvin's dad.
Yeah.
I forget that. Yeah, but okay.
And I didn't know that because you grow up watching The Incredibles, and I don't give a fuck. Just voicing these people. But now that I'm in that space, I pay attention to things like that, and I can 100% hear his voice.
Yeah.
When I'm listening to Syndrome's voice in my head. So as much as I think Jack Black could have killed this, Jason Lee perfect.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
He did that shit.
I'm not a Jack Black hater, and I know some people don't like him and he's just annoying and shit. No, I actually like Jack Black, but I don't think this was the role suited for him. I think he would have done good, but obviously what Jason did to it was just phenomenal. So
yeah, no, for sure. Let us know if you think Jack Black would have did as good as Jason Lee, if not better. So Kevin O'Leary on filming Marty Supreme. He's quoted as saying, "I learned my lesson that film sets are not democracies. I'm not used to being told what to do. I do the telling. We shot something 20 times, and I said to Josh, okay, I think we got it. We can move on." He said, "What the fuck are you talking about? There's no moving on until I say we're moving on."
He said, "Oh, damn." God, that's fucking hilarious, honestly, man. That's hilarious. All right, we can move on. We got it. Excuse me? I know you see that chair says director on it, buddy. It says my name. That doesn't say Kevin O'Leary. That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious. That face right there, too. Him turning around. Oh, damn. My bad.
What?
That's funny.
Nah, I saw this dude. That shit, man, I was laughing so hard. Like we talked about in the review and when we've been saying for a while now since the movie came out, he killed it.
Yeah, he did.
He was great in that role.
Yeah, he did.
So just seeing him have fun with it, people fucking hate this guy. and him having quotes like this.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, they told him too.
He's right. He's the boss.
Yeah, he's the boss. Yeah. They told him apparently too, just be yourself. You're an asshole. We need an asshole. Just go out there and be yourself. Kevin was like, yeah, I can do that. So honestly, that's probably what made it great too. He didn't really have to try too hard. That's just really him. That's just how he is. So you've seen Shark Tank. You know what it is.
Shout out Kevin, man.
Yeah.
So we got the comic book and movie/TV show list. And these are the projects releasing in 2026. We got Clayface, Lanterns, Supergirl, Spider Noir, Vision Quest, The Boys Season 5, Invincible Season 4, Wonder Man, X-Men 97 Season 2, The Punisher Special, Avengers Doomsday, Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Batman Nightfall Part 1, which I actually forgot about.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's the one with all the villains in Arkham.
Yep.
So...
yeah.
Hell yeah. Spider-Man Brand New Day, My Adventures with Superman Season 3,
W,
and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man
Bigger
Season
W
2.
Season 2, obviously you guys know. Hell yeah. This is great. 2026 for comic book movies and TV shows. Wow. This is amazing. It'll be a great year.
Yeah, honestly, like there's things on here that I don't know if they're gonna be good per se, but I'm kind of like I think I'm hard pressed to find one that I'm not at least a little bit excited for.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah.
I'm excited to see why the fuck they're making a Clayface movie. So I mean that's piqued my interest just off the curiosity of it. And then I'm trying to think like what else. Like I'm excited to watch Vision Quest. Maybe Wonder Man is at the bottom of the list, but even then, like
Still Marvel.
that last trailer kind of
I still haven't
a little
even
interesting.
seen that.
Yeah, you should go watch that. That was the best one for sure. Got me a little excited. But I mean, everything else. I mean, X-Men 97. I've talked about it a bunch. Obviously, The Boys, Invincible. I mean, the heavy hitters, Doomsday, Spider-Man. Shit, even you, My Adventures with Superman. You love that shit.
Yeah, I like that show. That was really good. Dennis Quaid. I think that's his name, right? Dennis Quaid. That's yeah. He's got two stuff. He's
Jack Quaid, I think.
Jack. Yeah, not Dennis. Dennis is dead. Yeah, Jack Quaid. There you go. He's got The Boys and Superman coming out. Hell yeah, that's a W. Yeah, and then obviously your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man's up there for me. I absolutely love the show. The twist, the spin that they did, their own take on certain characters just worked, and I'm super excited for season 2. Possibly Venom coming in season 2. I think is what we reported on last time. So hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's going to be a really good year. And then you just think about the 4 heavy hitters that we're getting in 2027 with, Secret Wars, Batman, the Superman sequel. Like these next 2 years are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Let us know off this list what you are most excited to watch.
That's tough.
Another list of sorts. This is every single movie that has ever made $1 billion at the box office.
Pretty big list, honestly. A lot more than I thought it would have been. Alice in Wonderland.
I saw that and I was actually pretty shocked.
Wow.
Like I know that IP is big, people love that, but
yeah,
she made $1 billion.
Yeah, wow.
It'll always be crazy to me that Aquaman made $1 billion.
Yeah,
like just the way that people were not showing up for DC movies.
They showed up for that one, yeah. It's crazy.
And supporting the brand in the theaters when it was the DCEU. For that one to make $1 billion is, if people didn't even like Aquaman as a character back then, so it's even more crazy. The fans, you know what? It's not surprising because that was the first Star Wars after that original trilogy.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of crazy, like the way that people talk about the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
$1 billion is kind of wild. I did not know Rogue One made $1 billion.
Oh yeah, me neither. Yeah, me neither.
$1 billion for I guess Star Wars still, but
I can't believe I'm looking at Dominion right now. Sheesh, bro. And they barely got it. Looks like it because it has 1 beat, not 1.01. Not it has 1 beat. Damn, bro, that's crazy though. I mean, obviously it's still Jurassic World. It's still people love dinosaurs. People don't really go into that. They just want to see dinosaurs on the screen. And I mean, I get it, but that god awful story though. Craziness.
What was it? You said a
Snickers wrapper.
Or what was it?
Snickers wrapper is the whole reason that movie even exists. Crazy.
Is it unadjusted for inflation? Obviously, but
some of these would be crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you look at it now, going back to Star Wars: The Force Awakens, top right, $2 billion. People were excited for that shit, man, and fucked it up.
That first one, that was a good one. I actually enjoyed that first one, Force Awakens, and then I don't know what they decided to do with the next two. It just went downhill. But I actually liked the Force Awakens. Like I thought that was a good movie.
Because I'm trying to see, there's no the Rise of Skywalker made $1 billion. I was even excited for Rise of Skywalker. I was like, how the fuck is Palpatine back? What the hell is going on in this movie?
Yeah.
But, obviously disgusting.
We got all the Lord of the Rings on here. I see Hobbit. Obviously, that's not Lord of the Rings, but Return of the King I see on here. Is that the only one? Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Return of the... That's the second one?
It's the last one. People showed up for that last one.
Which one do people say is the best?
The last one.
Oh, okay.
But like I said multiple times, it's by 0.1, 0.2. Yeah, it's by hairs, man. It's by hairs. They're all phenomenal. They're all 10s. But if you had to pick one, to me, it's Return of the
King. Damn, that's... that's impressive. And then, because I don't know what Hobbit that is.
I think I can't tell from here, but I think it says The Desolation of Smaug, which would be the first one.
But again, like it has... I don't know. Because how do you feel about the Hobbit movies? Because it was just the same shit 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and I recently rewatched them because last year, obviously, I went to go watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies in theaters, extended editions. Shout out. That was like 12, 13 hours total, something like that I spent in the theater those 3 days. So I had to watch The Hobbit after that, and they were okay. And people say they're awful, and I get that for sure. If you want to say they're awful, I'm not gonna fight you on that for absolutely. But I remember them being worse than what I thought they were. But they're bad though. They're still bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought they were. I remember. But it is the same thing. A lot of running, a lot of getting to where we're gonna go to, and then all right, we got here. Now let's run to the next one.
A lot of running. And then the dragon was cool.
Yeah,
that part was cool.
Smug was cool, yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. I just felt like I was watching the same movie 3 times.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it is what it is. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel made $1 billion.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Word of mouth didn't get around fast enough, I guess. Yeah, that's wild.
Look at Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. I'm thinking of the Marvels. Because that one, god awful. No, Captain Marvel was all right.
Oh, I was too, actually.
Yeah.
I was too, actually.
Yeah. Captain Marvel was all right. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
That was a solid film.
Yeah, that was solid. That was solid. My bad. I apologize. I apologize. I was thinking of the Marvels.
I was talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. They did re-release that shit.
They did.
Say that
they did.
They gotta try to get to that $2 billion. I don't know if they do it.
Yeah,
maybe they let some years stack, because that release was kind of fast.
Yeah.
As opposed, when No Way Home came out and then they did the re-release of all the Spider-Man movies, which that's not the first time they did that, so they'll probably do it again. But damn, that shit is close to $2 billion. That sucks.
Yeah.
Look at Top Gun Maverick. What a film.
10 out of 10 right there. Re-release that one. I'll go watch it. Re-release that one and put that one back in D-Box. I'll go watch it. Cody needs to go rewatch that one because he's how big of a fan of F1 he is.
He does.
He does need to go rewatch
that shit makes no sense.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't. It does not make no sense at all. Like you love F1, but you didn't really fuck with Top Gun Maverick. Crazy.
But yeah, a lot of movies on here. This is every movie ever that has crossed the $1 billion mark at the box office. In 2026, there's going to be a few to join this, I would assume.
Yeah.
So this list will get bigger.
Yeah.
But from this, let us know what some of your favorite movies are that have hit $1 billion. Would love to find out. Netflix's live-action Scooby-Doo series will begin filming in April. I don't know if we talked about this on here. I had no idea this was happening.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I talked about this a while ago when I first did it, but those 2 live-action Scooby-Doo, the James Gunn live-action Scooby-Doo movies, them bitches still hold up to this day. I will argue with anyone. Those movies are good. I don't give a damn. But after that, because they've done a couple live-action Scooby-Doos, and they suck. So,
did you ever watch?
I don't know.
Did you ever watch Scoob? It wasn't live action, obviously. That's the animated one.
I think I did.
I never watched that one. And I
think that one sucked too, though.
Yeah, I think that's what people are saying. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate because I was excited for that one. Scoob.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, I think unless I'm tripping. But you know, Scooby Doo has always been. Well, actually, I could be tripping. I'll save that for later. But I think Scoob was bad. But I am a diehard Scooby Doo fan. Scooby Doo has one of my favorite movies of all fucking time, being Zombie Island, and I've seen like all those older school animated Scooby Doo movies. I've seen all of them, whether it's Cyber Chase, Monster in Mexico, Legend of the Vampire. I love all of them. So you know, I'll always check out Scooby Doo, see what they're doing. It's not hard to make a new Scooby Doo project, in my opinion, because it's
give us another mystery.
It's just a whodunit, another mystery.
Yeah,
the gang has always had great chemistry, so I'm gonna watch this. Obviously, don't know anything about it, but yeah, Netflix has another one on the way. Apparently, and you know what's crazy? I forget what it's called. Cartoon Network had a Scooby Doo show that they had going. I think it's Mystery Incorporated. I think it's called. But it got canceled. I don't know if they had a second season, but it got canceled very early on. Dude, that first season, peak fucking Scooby Doo.
Oh,
that shit. Like Xavier told me about that shit because he knows I like Scooby Doo, and I was kind of like hesitant to watch it. But then I finally sat down and started watching it, and you know it has that Scooby Doo formula, but it's also there's like a story going on in the background that you're following, like a deeper mystery. I was so invested, and they canceled it, and I was devastated.
Damn, it has 2 seasons. 2010, does that sound right? Scooby Doo Mystery Incorporated.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, Matthew Lillard came back as Shaggy.
Let me see. Let me make sure. I think it is called Mystery Incorporated, though. Because I was watching it on Cartoon Network, and then I think it was... Yeah, this is it. Oh, it's on Netflix.
I might have to do a little Scooby grind. I don't know.
I love it, man. I love it. It's so good. And then, you know, the movies, they always go into that bag where, like, it's actual monsters, and it's not people in a mask. And I've always appreciated that because it shows, you know, it's always someone in a mask. But, yeah, man, Scooby... so good.
Yeah.
So good. At its peak, it's good. That's not always great, but yeah. Little Scooby-Doo talk right there. More of J-Mag's favorite people to ever exist. Ross Duffer says his Dungeons and Dragons knowledge is embarrassingly low for how important it was in Stranger Things. They cheated Dungeons and Dragons progression a bit by jumping to Vecna as the show's main villain. Matt Duffer played Baldur's Gate 3, and it inspired the finale's idea of the entire group working together to defeat Vecna. It wasn't actually supposed to be that big part of the show. The kids needed reference points, and it became increasingly more important.
So we got to blame Baldur's Gate for this. Is that what you're telling me? You're putting slander on Baldur's Gate's name? Never played it. I have no desire to play it, but that's Game of the Year. People say that's probably one of the best games of all time. I don't know, Baldur's Gate fans, what do you think? Did he just disrespect your guys' franchise? Is that what it is to play the game? Because if that's what it is, man, I don't know.
Because Vecna went down in 8 minutes, and then he got his head chopped off.
That's all it takes to beat the final boss over there, or whatever that boss was involved. Damn. Let us know. He's talking. I'm telling you, these Duffer bros are speaking crazy. Whenever they get in an interview, man, they don't know what the fuck to say. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's up to you. Maybe.
What do you think?
Yeah. It's insane, bro. I don't know.
They're crazy.
These combos, bro. These combos ain't working. Benioff and Weiss combo? Nah, hell nah. Get them out of here. The Duffers, the combo? Get them out of here. You know who's last combo? And outside of the MCU, I don't know. They're ass. But, you know, obviously we're going to get to see, and we're hearing great things. 21 Bridges was good.
Electric State, I don't know what happened. Biggest budget in history, I don't know.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but they get another chance at Avengers and at Secret Wars, right? They're coming back to do Secret Wars too, right? So
yeah, it's both.
It's both, yeah.
Which it's like if Doomsday is good, I feel like Secret Wars is the easy one.
Yeah.
Like you gotta establish everything in Doomsday, and then you can just go have fun. Because obviously, do I have a Doomsday piece in here? Okay, no, I don't. Secret Wars obviously after Secret Wars, they had the report that they're resetting the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
I love the mindset. Go all fucking out. After you do all that, recast what you want to do. Let's follow the Fantastic Four, which is kind of crazy to me because you casted some old motherfuckers to do the Fantastic Four. But if anyone can do it, they can do it, and they are phenomenal actors. They're just a little old. I would have went with somebody a little younger, but it is what it is. And let's follow the X-Men. Let's build up your X-Men because the Marvel back then that everybody loved before the MCU was the X-Men. It was the Fantastic Four. That was the bread and butter for Marvel. So that should be the leading group moving forward after Secret Wars, and all bets are off. Like, that's why the news that we're going to get into in a little bit, it kind of is what it is. Because after Secret Wars, I don't... Let's change up all this shit. All the plans that you guys had, if you're not going to do it, I say la vie.
Yeah, I agree. Let's focus on the four. Let's focus on the X-Men. Let's make them the Avengers. You know, put everybody else on the back burner for a little bit. You know, I don't know how they do with Spider-Man. We obviously going to have to see Brand New Day and see what they have plans for them. But yeah, absolutely agree. Focusing on the four and X-Men. So,
and like you said, you put the Avengers on the back burner. You don't got to take them off the stove.
They're there.
Cook in the back.
They're just in the back. Yeah.
They're there. Let's focus on this.
Yeah.
And people love the X-Men.
Yeah.
Let's focus on that. MCU talk. It happens every pod. And what I was just referring to, and I don't think, what I was just referring to, you can throw this in the rumor report, the LFG rumor report. But Blade is rumored to be canceled at Marvel Studios, and reportedly, Marvel will be pivoting to a Midnight Suns movie.
That's cool, but this gives off Thunderbolts. Yeah, this gives off Thunderbolts vibes, though, man. I don't know. People are gonna show up for that. People don't really know what that is. I know that. I barely know what that is. Not gonna lie to you. I mean, I played the new Marvel game that came out 2 years ago, whatever that was, Midnight Suns, and seen a couple things here and there. But and then I'm looking at Moon Knight right there in the middle, right? I'm looking at Moon Knight. What's going on with that? What's going on with Oscar Isaac? You know, so I don't know, but that's tough.
Yeah, if they can mend that fence with Oscar Isaac, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, you make some comments like that. I don't know if he's willing to at this point. I mean, it's Disney. I don't, you can't trust Disney when it comes to shit like that. But if they can, cool. If not, recast them. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We got to move. We got to move forward. We need these characters. It is what it is. So when you look at this as opposed to the Thunderbolts, I remember when that Thunderbolts reveal happened at whatever conference that was. I was like, because I don't read comics. Very heavily into the movies and the video games, TV shows. I've never heard of the Thunderbolts at that point in time. I remember the logo for the Thunderbolts was like bricks or rock or something. Like I was locked in. The Midnight Suns, you look at the picture, Moon Knight, Punisher, Blade, Doctor Strange. That could work.
Yeah.
That's heavy hitters right there. I don't know what the chemistry is. I don't know, too much about the Midnight Suns, just like you, but I see those. You drop a trailer with John Bernthal and assumingly Oscar Isaac. Hopefully Mahershala Ali is still on board to do the character.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's a W.
I don't know who else is.
Yeah.
That's a W. That could work. I'm not saying something like $1 billion. That could work.
You at least got, a good foundation. Some names in there. Obviously, you got me with John Bernthal. If you're able to bring back Oscar Isaac, you absolutely got me. Mahershala Ali, we know what he could do, and then obviously Benedict Cumberbatch has been doing his thing as Strange already. So, yeah, those right there, those four would make a great case. And glad Cody's not here. So he'd be.
And this is assumingly, or not assumingly. Yeah. This is for sure after Secret Wars. So the soft reboot happens.
Yeah.
So I would ask you if Doomsday and Secret Wars are both, I want to say great, but I'll just say good. They're like an 8, a 7, 8, right? Is Marvel's reputation to move forward back, or do we still have to see more shit after that?
I think because you're basically saying if they're Endgame level, right? Because Endgame to me is a 7. Maybe I can see an 8.
But it made a bunch of money.
Right.
It gave characters send offs that we appreciated, and for the most part, people loved it. But yes, you're right.
Yeah. If they do that, and I don't see that happening, I do see these movies both as a 10. Are they going to be better than Infinity War is the question, because Infinity War is obviously the GOAT for Marvel. But if they're those 7s, 8s, I think we'll be fine. I think they're going to reset shit, so it's a fresh slate, it's a fresh thing. Let's see what they do. But I do think it'll be good, though. I do think that'll be good.
And that's why I didn't say 10s. If they're 10s, I think we're all the way back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I think, man, oh my God. If Doomsday and Secret Wars is a 10...
Yeah, it's wraps.
I'm arguing with everyone. We're back.
Yeah.
Because we've already reported on it. They had a change in direction when it was Bob Chapek and Bob Iger at Disney and the passing of the torch and the quantity over quality thing. So seemingly everything, how you feel about Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, whether you think those movies are fucking 10s, you love them, or they're 8s or whatever. In the eyes of the public, they were good movies. So seemingly after the change that they've talked about, we've been okay. We've been steady. We've been good. Going into Doomsday and Secret Wars, those are 10s, and we have this. Even Deadpool and Wolverine. I know some people have, turned their back on that fucking movie.
Yeah, crazy.
I won't do it.
Nope.
That movie was fucking a great time to watch.
Yep.
Anyway, we're on a good little streak right now where we don't have a.
What the fuck was that?
I know people love it, but the Eternals, the Marvels. We don't have that right now. We're on a good little streak. Going into the reboot, Kevin Feige can, okay, let's focus on the X-Men, let's do everything. We're golden.
Yeah.
We're golden. Follow X-Men 97 for all I give a fuck. We're good. So, yeah, and then you throw this on the back of Secret Wars with these characters, I think it'll work, man.
Yeah, I think so too. And that's not even to say that you just talked about it a little bit. Yeah, if those are 10s, absolutely we're back. But then you take into account that we got X-Men and Fantastic Four going to be hopefully the focal point, right? Like that's where they decide to go. Yeah, well, absolutely we're back. If they say the first movie right after, Secret Wars is X-Men or another Fantastic Four movie, preferably X-Men. That right there in and of itself is huge. That's huge.
Which it is, because they announced an X-Men movie actually, because the Thunderbolts director is making that.
Oh, you're right.
They have a director for that.
Yeah. So
that is a thing.
There you go.
Yeah. But it starts with Doomsday. If Doomsday sucks, which by all accounts, I've talked about it on here already on record. I've heard from multiple confirmed sources that know the plot details, know the script of Doomsday. They know it, and they're still excited to see it. So I have no reason to believe. Yeah, I got them more excited. I have no reason to believe that Doomsday is going to fail. But of course, we wait and see. Nonetheless, do the X-Men. You can do this if you want to. It's a great ensemble right there. It's a good time to be a Marvel fan. That's all I'm saying. Marvel and DC. It's a good time.
Yep.
It is a good time. Talking about DC, talking about Warner Bros. Paramount has written to lawmakers to say that Netflix acquiring Warner Bros. Would be presumptively unlawful, they say. They argue the deal would further cement Netflix's dominance in streaming video on demand.
They're already, I get what you're saying by further cement, but they're already the streaming dominance in, they're already that. So, it's too late, guys. Paramount. I saw that they rejected you guys already again.
An 8th time.
Yeah. So it's wraps. Just give it up. It is what it is. Y'all lost the battle. We're just going to have to wait and see now is if Netflix and Warner Brothers is going to be good. And I think so. I do think so. I think it'll be fine. It's just a wait and see aspect, but I don't think it's going to be what Paramount's going. They just don't want to lose. That's what it is.
I don't want Paramount to get it at this point.
They're losing Taylor Sheridan. They got to do something. So they got to do something over there.
Like, man, at this point, the ultimate thing is for Warner Bros. To keep it. Keep everything. Obviously, it's not going to happen. But aside from a few things that Netflix has said when we said this, them shortening theatrical release windows and stuff like that, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, across from that, they've said the right things. Now, of course, like we've also said, Ted Sarandos at Netflix, he's not the most trustworthy guy on the planet. So this could all just be, honeymoon talk and shit like that. But yeah, as of right now, Netflix isn't looking like the worst thing in the world. I do agree with you.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a wait and see. We'll see what they do with the property. But yeah, fuck Paramount, man. Y'all are some crybaby bitches. I ain't gonna lie. They're ridiculous. Fire Force's finale is officially adapting 88 chapters into 13 episodes.
Damn. That's a lot of chapters.
Now, from what I can gather from this and what I know about mangas into episodes, it's usually 3 chapters into an episode. Maybe 4. 88 into 13?
Yeah, it seems kind of crazy.
I don't know what's in the back of that shit.
Yeah.
It's looking cooked.
I don't know.
You might as well go read the manga. Bro, 88 into 13?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. The majority of those 88 better be nothing but fight scenes, and each chapter has to be fucking 10 pages, and they're all fights. Because I don't know. That's kind of crazy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know either. And I've seen, the comment sections, people are agreeing. So I don't know. It's looking cooked.
Yeah.
Those numbers do not add up.
That's
whatsoever.
Unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
But I guess we'll see what the reception is once it comes out. I like Fire Force.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what's up with that. Some news that, again, under the rumor report, LFT rumor report, Nia DaCosta, who made the Marvels, wants to direct a live-action Invincible film.
Oof, I'm gonna have to see what else you got, Nia, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. What else she got? Okay, she got Candyman 2021. Apparently, yeah, this has to be right. 28 years later, The Bone Temple that comes out next week. Obviously, we'll go check that out. Let you know. That's actually going to be a good test because I don't know if she did the first one. It doesn't look like she did the first one. So if this one comes out and it's ass, because I love the first one. The first one was actually pretty good, and I think it was the best one of the 28th franchise. So we'll see on that. But presumably Bone Temple and Candyman. I haven't seen these other ones. Little Woods, Ghost Tape, Hedda. Hedda's coming out. Oh, no, that already came out. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. What you want and what's going to happen, though. Those are two different things. So,
I
don't know.
I want to defend it. I want to defend it so bad. Because, well, I'll reserve judgment until I see The Bone Temple. Because, I mean, that's all I
like Candyman. I'll say that. I liked Candyman. I didn't like the Marvels. That's. I think I have that as my worst, if not the second. I can't remember where I have that order. Check it out on Letterboxd. But that is definitely bottom 2. But I liked Candyman, and this 28 one is that comes out next week. I'm obviously gonna go see that. So we'll see. We're gonna see.
But a live action Invincible film, you think that could work?
I think so. If they decide to go rated R and get ready to get into some shit, because we know how that show goes. They need to. It has to be rated R, and you know how sometimes they decide it's not going to be rated R. It's going to be PG-13. No.
Right.
Can't do that. I think it can work though. I think it can.
Do they? It's always so hard with shows, man. Because obviously it would have to be multiple movies. It would have to be multiple movies because at that point you
season 1 be a movie. You don't think so?
No, I do, but that's what I'm saying. Because then maybe you combine seasons 2 and 3 into a movie, and then
you'd have to do that and end on the conquest fight for the second movie.
Yeah,
you'd have to do that. There's no hook. There's no great ending for the season 2 finale, if I'm remembering correctly. There's like, it was like, all right, if you're able to do that,
they would, and see with the show, like the pacing would be a little weird because some of that, like, there's like character development there, and I don't know if you can get all that and then get to the conquest fight, like him going back in time, or no, back in time into the future.
Yeah,
that's a lot. There's a lot there. It would be cool to see, obviously, like the way the way he be fighting, but the way he be getting beat up, going through buildings and shit. It would be cool to see. But yeah, Nia, we gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
we gonna see. Catherine Hahn, I don't know if she got this or not, but Catherine Hahn is in talks to play Mother Gothel in Disney's Tangled live action film.
That's a W, I think, too. I think she would kill that.
Yeah, for sure. Like just off the picture, I think off the back of her playing Agatha.
Yeah.
Obviously not the same character, but same vibes.
Yep. Yeah, I think that'll
work.
Yeah, I agree.
You like Tangled?
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Well, there's that, Catherine Hahn. Not sure if that's confirmed, but as of right now, leave it up as she's trying. So there that is from Deadline. Studio
UFO table is how I'm reading that. I don't know.
I because I see that word a lot and I never know, but sure. The president of the studio that made Demon Slayer reveals that Infinity Castle was originally 3 hours long.
Ooh.
Now this is interesting because that cut that we got was 2 hours and 36 minutes. So, it's close to 3 hours.
It's close, yeah.
But that shit was already feeling long.
Yeah, I mean, I could see some more time in the first fight with was it Upper Moon 2? I think it was Upper Moon 2. And we got our first death in that movie with her. I forget her name. But I could see a little bit, I could see them kind of fleshing that out a little bit more. Maybe.
I don't know what else you flesh out after that, because honestly, like I felt like the Tanjiro, Giyu, and Akaza fight, I thought that was
that's
beautiful.
Yeah, that's fully fleshed out. There's no way. I mean, if you're telling me that there's a little bit more to that, let me see it, because that's kind of crazy. But maybe the Zenitsu stuff you can get a little bit more in there.
Oh yeah,
you can get a little bit more in there. So maybe another 10 minutes, from what I could tell, you could kind of flesh out a little bit more, stretching it to 15. I don't know. So I'm curious to see what that original cut was.
Yeah, like I said, that was good to me. His backstory, his backstory was extended.
Yeah.
Like we got the whole thing.
Yeah. So
maybe in those fights, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They cut some parts of the fights. Yeah, I mean, what we got, phenomenal movie.
So absolutely.
Made the right decisions.
Yeah,
clearly. Would have been there for 3 hours though. Excited to watch the next 2 parts of this. So let us know what your guys' opinions on Infinity Castle originally being 3 hours is. And that, friends, is the LFG news. I'll just leave this up because I'm going to pull up the other thing.
Well, there you guys go. We appreciate you guys locking into the news there. If you guys heard something you didn't already know about, definitely hit that like button now, because you know how LFG does. We keep you up to date on the latest news in pop culture. But let's move on to... Oh, you said a draft, right? This is... Let me...
It is a draft.
Let me set up here 2026 movies. Oh, shit.
So I do got this pulled up. If I need to zoom in, I can. But I mean, you'll have the list of movies.
Okay.
It's pretty good right there. So yeah, this is a 2026 box office draft. We're going to be drafting off of a team of movies that will be collectively making us money off of their box office. And then at the end of the year, or whenever our last movie on our list comes out and is done with its theatrical release, we'll tally up and see who won between me and J-Mag here.
Mogul vibes is what I'm saying. This is like a mogul battle right here. We're gonna build a team to make the most money. Hey, Stacy.
Hey, brother.
Come on. A little head-to-head draft battle. Let's see who makes the most money. That'll be pretty cool. I don't know. There you go. All right.
I'm not taking credit for this, though. I have seen other creators do this, but obviously people will have different takes on what movie would do better. So,
yeah,
I don't think there's anything wrong with LFG putting its own spin on it. You know what? I'll let you go first.
And you gonna let me go first and lose?
I'll let you go first.
Jack gave me first dibs, and I'm not gonna turn the man down. And we trying to win over here. So, go ahead and give me Avengers Doomsday. Going. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. We should have rolled the wheel because going second is so tough. And it's not even the going second part. You're gonna leave me another great movie.
I'm just gonna take Spider-Man.
Yo,
I don't know what the fuck that's gonna do.
That's
like another MCU movie, and people love Spider-Man, so we're gonna see.
Oh, man, I'm gonna. This is gonna hurt my soul, bro. My soul, man. But I'm based off of the scene alone and how hype people in my theater were reacted to that. I gotta go the Odyssey. I'm trying to make money here.
I actually didn't expect you to do that. I think I'm gonna go Moana.
Yo, you're okay. I see what you're doing here. I mean, I gotta take it at this point. There's no way it's telling me to take it. Dune, give me Dune Part 3. You might be crazy, or you might be a genius.
We're gonna find out because
there's a reason you put the billions earlier in the news. I see you. There's a movie on here that might hit that.
There's a few choices here for me. Fuck. I'm gonna go Toy Story.
That was one of them, and I think I saw a couple Minions movies on that $1 billion list. Let me confirm here.
Whichever you don't take, I'm taking it. I want you to know.
Damn. I think Paw Patrol might have run its course. What am I looking at over here, Masters? Okay. Yeah, give me Minions 3. I'll take Minions 3.
I'm gonna go Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, that might be $1 billion for sure too. Let's try our luck with the Star Wars here. Mandalorian Grogu.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Hopefully my girls show up for this, man. I'm gonna take Supergirl.
I don't know. We might get. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That one's a little risky just because you know how guys are.
I'm hoping I get that Captain Marvel treatment.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, we'll do 6 because I think that's what it is on Mogul. I was trying to look it up, but they kind of extended the season, so things are a little bit in limbo right now. Final one. Oh. Okay. Got the heavy hitters. Got a kids movie. I got a Star Wars movie. I'm missing a biopic, if that's how you say that. I think it's not biopic. I think I used to say that people.
Both.
I think people say that's wrong. Give me Michael. Let's take a gamble with Michael.
My list is a lot of potential.
For sure.
We're going off potential. And to round it out, the most viewed trailer in 2025, The Devil Wears Prada 2.
That might get a Barbie treatment.
I know.
The only one here that doesn't have, I would say, potential. Everything else here on your list outside, of Supergirl. That's it. Everything else, I could see getting 1 billion. I can absolutely see getting 1 billion. You might. Yeah, I could see that for sure.
It just because like you have more established things, and I feel like mine is just like those things is like, damn, that shit's still going. Damn.
Yeah.
1 billion. Damn. So I don't know. I mean, it's all beloved shit I have. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we'll see. Well, it'll be interesting to see the takeaway that maybe Avengers and Dune have. Maybe, Mandalorian and Grogu. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I've even said it myself. I'm not personally excited one way or the other. I'm not even sure if I'm going to see it opening day, but we'll see, man. At the end of the day, it's still Star Wars. People are going to go hate watch it. People are just going to just love it because it's still Star Wars. I don't know. We'll see. That's just a gamble. I think the other ones are solid, so we'll see what happens. Obviously, we're going to keep track of this throughout the year as these movies drop. We won't know until literally Christmas. No. So the last one is Dune and Avengers, huh? I think that's it. So the 18th?
Yeah.
So
we'll know at the end of the year.
So the end of the year, we'll know. Dang. We're going to get a good... You're going to be waiting for me, though, really, because all of these other ones are going to...
Just to see those numbers jump up.
Yeah.
It's like fucking waiting for Monday Night Football.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go. These are good, though. I think these are good. These are solid. It's a good draft. I think. Super excited for this entire year, man. The movies are just going to be insane, and I cannot wait. And then we get to just cap it off with Avengers, with Doomsday. So I can't wait for that. So, yeah, super excited. Let us know what you guys would have picked in your draft. What you guys think of our list. Who do you think has making the most money come end of the year after all these movies have earned what they're going to earn? Definitely leave those thoughts down in the comments below. All right, it's that time of the show again. Our movie of the week. Well, not movie of the week, or what do we watch? But as you know, at the beginning of the show, we told you guys we only had one thing, movie of the week, that being Greenland 2 Migration. I was super excited for this. If you guys, I don't know if I've talked about it too much on here. I know these guys know about how I feel about the first Greenland, and I thought that was phenomenal. Oh, just rewatched the first one yesterday. Still hits for me, still emotional. Teared up like 3-4 times because it's just so relatable. That movie's a 10 out of 10 for me. I think originally I had it at a 4-star, which was an 8 on Letterboxd. I bumped that up, man. It's just same emotions. So fantastic. Great anxiety. But the thing with that one is it concluded. It had an ending. So I don't know if they were ready exactly to move on to Greenland 2. So obviously we're going to talk about that right now in a little bit. But we're going to get into ratings and how we think it played out. I'll start us off here. I don't think this was a bad movie. Okay, this wasn't bad, but it wasn't the first one, and by no means it wasn't even close compared to the first one. But it was still cool. It was still solid. I still enjoyed the time. I still, enjoyed what they were going through. They had some high paced moments, some anxiety level moments, and things like that. And the reasoning made sense to me as to why they had to leave this bunker and move on and stuff like that. The story was straightforward. Nothing crazy there. I do give them credit for doing something pretty early too. They told us that they were going to do this pretty early, and I do give them credit for that because I wasn't sure how that was going to be. I think I'm at a 7 though, and maybe I can go to an 8, but I think I'm at the 7. Yeah.
Yeah, just like you, I also really enjoyed the first one. I thought it was a really well put together movie, film, whatever. And Gerard Butler just knows how to play that rugged dad that just needs to get shit done and, you know, is laser focused and, you know, whatever else. But yeah, when it comes to this sequel, it just, I don't know, like, because I like the idea of us getting a movie following the events of, you know, catastrophic events, being able to see like the aftermath of that. I think that's a really cool idea. I don't think that's ever really been done. But I don't know, just when it came down to the execution of this movie, I don't want to say I found it pointless, because like you, I also, you know, bought into the reason, you know, why we're leaving and things like that. But I don't know, just when the movie concluded, I just kind of felt like, well, I kind of could have done without this sequel, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
I don't think there's a bad performance in here. Especially when it comes to the son. I was looking at him like, dude, what, like, this kid is really fucking good. Like, have I ever seen him before? And sure enough, he's the kid from Jojo Rabbit, and I love Jojo Rabbit. I love Jojo Rabbit. I think that's one of the best movies of that year that it released. But yeah, all the performances were good. I had her name right here, and I'll go back. Morena Baccarin. She's really good. She's a really good crier. She's a really good crier. she's really good. Obviously, Gerard's good. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of straightforward, like you said. There was some moments where I kind of like, you know, tensed up a little bit. I think one part that I was a little disappointed in, that was a heavy presence in the first part, was the insulin, and that wasn't really a focus here, and I was kind of disappointed in that, because that really added something. I remembered it when you were talking about it in the party yesterday. Like, yeah, that insulin thing, like he had to go through that shit for, you know, for his kid, and that wasn't really a thing in here. I think they talked about it a little bit, but one time, but nowhere near to the effect. I guess, you know, he's grown up now. Fuck it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm probably at like a 6, to be honest. Like, I don't think it was a bad movie either, but just, I don't know, just kind of, for how much I liked the first one, I just kind of could have done without the sequel, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that for sure. Like, the first one ended with them opening the doors, and then kind of like, oh, we read you Greenland, this is Iceland, or you know, whoever else they were talking to. There was like multiple connections, and I forgot that they said that, because I think watching the trailer for the second one, I was like, I don't know how there's more people, but in the first one they did allude to there being 5 more bunkers, and so I was like, oh, I completely forgot about that point. So I was like, all right, cool, that makes sense to why there's a part 2 then, and why there's people surviving and things like that. There was still bunkers, 5 other bunkers and things like that. So that made sense. And I was like, I was curious to see, how are they gonna retcon them opening the door? Because now there's radiation and there's these crazy storms. It's like, how are you gonna deal with that? And they did. They said, we tried to leave, you know, after 18 months or something like that, if the world wasn't ready. So we came back and said, I bought that. That's fine. Like, they showed you can go outside. You just can't stay out there for too long without a mask. Like, you obviously you're going to die a little faster. You're going to get radiation. It's just not going to kill you immediately. So that made sense to me. I bought into that. But the biggest complaint, and you touched on it already, and the whole reason I really personally connected with the first one and really love that movie, was because their son having type 1 diabetes, and how they were going to navigate this post-apocalyptic world with their son needing insulin and going through the difficulties of that. Because my daughter has that. I know the daily difficulties, and I thought they did a really good job of showing us that in the first one. And I found one thing in the first one that was like, oh, you wouldn't do that if he really had type 1 diabetes, but it wasn't that big of a deal, so it was fine. But they did a really good job of really revolving around the type 1 diabetes. Literally, that movie revolved around type 1. That's the whole reason they got separated. That's the whole reason he got kidnapped, because she had to go get the insulin. And I love that being the focal point of the first movie. So for them to kind of just make one line, hey, get all your insulin, we're not coming back. That was it. That was the only line that they got. And I was super disappointed in it. I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't have his pump anymore, but he still needs to check his finger. He still needs to be given insulin. You know, he still needs to be being shown having, you know, a snack or getting something to eat to raise his insulin levels. And they never did that. And I thought they were going to allude to that when we meet this girl and he's like, I have something to show you. I thought he was going to pull out his pump or something, and he never did. So I was like, that was kind of disappointing. So yeah, that was a big negative for me, just because, like I said, the first one revolved around it. The second one did not revolve around it at all. So that was disappointing. But every other aspect of this, and they were doing some dumb things. And the first movie did a really good job of them really not doing dumb things or having dumb writing.
Yeah.
This one had dumb moments in it and some stupidity moments in it that was just like, what are you guys doing that for? That doesn't make any sense. Or even the father shooting at them and then asking who you are. Oh, well, you got something to trade. We're companions. Well, why the hell did you shoot at me if you just wanted companionship? So there's moments like that. I think there's like 3 other moments that happened like that. And I was just like, what the hell? Like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
So they kind of knocked back the quality there a little bit more. But overall, it was all right. It was solid. Gloria's loved it still. She's bawling her eyes out because personal connections and things like that with the father and the daughter and giving up her daughter and things like that. But I just thought it was all right. I'm just glad it wasn't bad though. Usually sequels tend to be bad, and it wasn't that. They were going through some shit in this movie. They had to deal with they showed it in the first one with the meteors kind of falling down. They did that, but not in the same way. And I thought that was pretty cool. This time they dealt with the force of the meteors passing by and having to deal with all that speed and momentum coming through. And they had to hang on to trees and not get blown away. I thought that was pretty cool. They had to cross this not a ravine, this trench, because the earth split in half. So they had to cross this little trench to get to the other side on where they were going. I thought that was a pretty cool scene, dealing with the gust of winds and shit being all wobbly. I thought that was really cool. The storms, I wish we would have got to see more of the storms and the effects that could have done on people or what they've gone through, because they showed it in the first time of him running from it to get back to the bunker, and they showed it one more time showing up to the town, and that was it. And they talk about it like, hey, if that storm gets you, you're gonna die instantly, and if you don't die instantly, you're gonna die slowly, and that's worse. So I really wish we would have got more storm instances and dealing with the effects of that. But the instances that we did have, I thought were pretty cool, were pretty unique. And I enjoyed that aspect of it. Them having to go to Clark, I thought was pretty cool. The Clark crater, I was like, oh, that makes sense to me as to why, it might be a safe haven. It might be flourishing. But yeah, there was moments in that were cool, and then there was moments that were dumb, and then just the super negative for me of just not dealing with the insulin anymore. They just kind of got rid of that point, and that's kind of where I'm left at a 7. So
yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Just 1 point lower. I echo everything you really said. The insulin thing, like I brought up in the beginning, that was because I was talking about it in the party. Like I kind of, these disaster movies, I kind of get them mixed up. But when you said that, I was like, oh no, that was a really big like plot point of that movie that I can't connect to it like you do, but it was
brings an element, brings an element to the movie that we've never really seen.
I was feeling those effects, and so for that not to be like, because you could have easily piggybacked off that again, and it's not like doing the same thing, because that's what, like you said, that's what started all the events. Besides like the actual disaster, like the family going to it and having different circumstances happen was because of that incident. Like that is what it was. So to kind of take that away, put that on the back burner, and just not really use it was, I don't know, super disappointing to me. And then them reaching the crater at the end, they were right about everything. Like you said, it was just kind of straightforward. It was cool things with the storms and things like that, but yeah, I don't know, just kind of could have done without it.
Yeah,
I don't really have much else to say, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I think you'll enjoy your time at the movie. And when I bought the tickets, it was 3 other people in front of me, and then the 2 seats that I bought. When I got there, packed, literally packed, with like 2 seats open left in that theater. And it was a smaller theater, to be fair, but still, I was not expecting it to be packed. So it sounded like everybody around me loved it. It's one of those movies that just people are just watching just to watch a post-apocalyptic movie, and I think it'll fill that need for most people, for your general audiences, and they'll have a good time with it. I'm interested to see, obviously, the box office at the end and see what they actually did, and what the score is on the. Actually, is that up right now? Oof. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 56, Metacritic at a 49, and then IMDb at a 6.1. So it's that middle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's that middle. It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. So, But yeah, if you guys are fans of the first one, I mean, maybe you'll be fans of this one. I was a super fan. I still went to. I was super excited to go watch this, so maybe you guys will like it too. And like I said, there's moments in here that you'll like, and then if you kind of just turn your brain off and not really pay attention to some of the dumb writing and some of the dumb things that they're doing, you'll enjoy it. But yeah, if you've seen it already, definitely let us know your thoughts on it down in the comments below. What did you guys rate it? What did you think about it compared to the first one? You guys think the first one's better? Yeah, drop all those thoughts down in the comments below. But that is it. Final thoughts, Jet, before we head out?
Great episode. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on everything that you saw today, the box office draft. I had a lot of fun with that personally. Let us know we should do more drafts. We haven't done a draft in a while, I don't think. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
And I just saw people doing it, and I was like, I gotta bring this because that sounds like a lot of fun. And anything you saw in the news, I mean, there was so much in there. And any thoughts and opinions, leave them in the comments below.
There you go. We appreciate you guys watching this episode. Like Jed just mentioned, drop all those thoughts, ideas down in the comments below. While you're down there in those comments, don't forget to drop us a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That would be much appreciated. For audio listeners, don't forget to drop us 5 stars. That too would be much appreciated. But in the meantime, keep it locked here to LFG. We've got you covered on anything and everything of pop culture. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.